Private Andriy Choma, number 352, Ukrainian Ground Force, Kharkiv Unit 45. Part 1. Snowdrift. Private Andriy Choma is keeping his head down in his foxhole. He can hear distant Russian artillery and see the occasional flash of shell fire light up the night sky. The snow had built up on either side of the wall and drifted to make a large parapet in which he has cut steps I must climb to peer over with the naked eye, periscope and field glasses. He spends most of the cold night alone avoiding snipers and regularly stops to think about his daughter Anna and wife Bohdan, who live in Kiev. He has special memories of his daughter's music box and the joy that lovely glockenspiel tune gives her every time the lid is lifted. Part 2. Flight. Inside the darkness of the night sky, there is a lot of activity, and some of the sounds are very unexplained, threatening, and frightening. There is no sequence to these noises, and the random sounds which include alarm calls of birds and other small, scurrying animals. All in turn are trying to create a safe, natural, and comfortable environment in which to survive the night. As all human nature lives on the edge of chance and fate, nobody knows where the casualty rate will end up. Part 3. Long Melody. Andriy has many happy memories of better days and remembers clearly celebrating birthdays, getting married and becoming a father. His mood is lifted by such images and thoughts. Part 4. Homesick. During his service of duties, Andrei has become very homesick, and especially suffered during the long, empty hours of night shifts. He has a long time to think about his parents. He hasn't seen them in the flesh for over a year, and even though they often use Skype or FaceTime, the grainy images can't hide the nerves and tension that all of their conversation seems to gravitate towards. The same questions and statements. Will we ever see each other again? Is there any good news? The whole family and country is in danger, always one step away from suffering, homelessness, injury and death. Look after yourself. When is the next chance to talk and see each other? Part 5. Drone. Regular explosions and drones break the silence, and to interrupt the tedium, he regularly climbs the wall again to watch over the horizon. A drone is hovering above his head and suddenly bursts into white flashlight and deafening noise. Andrei is knocked off his wall and sent crashing down the snow steps to the bottom of the foxhole. He shouts in pain and tries to sit up to stop the blood loss. Two of his colleagues crawl forward and pull him back towards the military tent known as Room 14. Part 6. Room 14. Andrely feels that he is in a bubble. He cannot hear or see much in the confusion of room 14, and seems to be floating between life and death. At full volume and movement, room 14 is a confusion of noises and shouting. Andrely is badly injured by the drone blast and rushed into the middle of the room for urgent treatment. He is very stunned and dazed and has limited vision, hearing, and a lot of blood loss. His thoughts again return to his family and parents. Part 7. Hymn to Andrely. Unfortunately, Andrely didn't survive the night due to the drone blast and the fatal injuries. He is laid to rest before being transported to Kiev for a military funeral. Like so many of his comrades, he is an innocent victim of a pointless war, wasting young lives and leaving families, partners, wives and children to fend for themselves in a damaged, hostile and dangerous world. Andrely Choma, 1994 to 2024.